Regret hits hard. People often regret not doing the things that they could have done than actually doing the things that they did. My name is Noah Salvador, and you may or may not know that I'm currently taking public speaking in college while active duty military. And my presentation today is a persuasive speech, and I'm going to be trying to persuade you into why taking risks in your day-to-day life is essential for your personal growth and to overall have a more fulfilling and meaningful life. People oftentimes let fear drive their decisions, fear drive their choices. And this could lead to a missed conversation. It could lead to missed job opportunities. It could lead to that dream that you've always had slowly dying because you are too afraid and petrified at the thought of action and risk. At the end of the day, risk is pretty much the meaning of life. Poking yourself out there, getting more experience and building confidence within yourself to move forward, do new things. Oftentimes, people are too afraid to fail. They're too afraid to look stupid. They're too afraid to hear the word no. People often stay in their comfort zone. They experience at the end of their life, they realize that their life is much smaller from staying inside their comfort zone. When they look back at the end of their life, they look back and years of not taking risk and putting yourself out there leads to a lot of regret on your shoulders. The what if, the why didn't I? It grows to be the largest voice in the room. The problem is that people let fear control their life. It is better to take smaller risks to build your confidence. Fear is always going to be there. Even the greatest public speakers, the greatest influencers, greatest musicians, they feel fearful whenever it's time to do hard things. But by taking smaller wins, taking cookies from your cookie jar, builds confidence. By doing harder things, you build that confidence, that experience. You add cookies to your cookie jar, and whenever things get hard, you take a cookie, reassure yourself, say, hey, I got this, I've done this, this, and this. I'm able to do something that I've never done before. So don't be afraid to try new things, speak up, ask for what you want. Risk is the door to everything that we say that we want. Picture this, 2 lives. In the first life, you take risks, you aren't afraid to fail, you grow, you build a life you're proud of. You're able to tell your family stories, you're able to tell your friends stories, and you ultimately live a more fulfilling life at the end of the day. In the second life, you do the exact opposite. You stay in your comfort zone, you are afraid to fail, you're afraid to speak up. It's very safe, it's very predictable, and at the end of the road, it's very small and unfulfilling life. You're left with that big amount of regret, you're left with that what if feeling. So, my plan and my challenge for you today, it doesn't have to be today, but it could be tomorrow since today is pretty much over, is to take one risk. It doesn't have to be big. It could be as simple as one new conversation with somebody random. It can be asking for a new opportunity that you haven't done before. You never know unless you try. Everybody, including the people around you, deserves to live a meaningful and fulfilling life. So my challenge to you is to take a risk to build your confidence. And that's gonna wrap up my persuasive speech. Thank you guys.
Yay!